Thank you, Deputy Speaker. The NDIS is a foundational scheme which is extraordinarily important to those Australians who are lucky enough to be engaged with it. We know that 5.5 million Australians live with a disability, but only 700,000 Australians are currently on the National Disability Insurance Scheme. We know that those people who are on it describe it as life-changing, and that for many people it has offered them an opportunity to exercise choice and control within their own life that they've never previously enjoyed. It's an incredibly important scheme, but all of us in this place know that the cost blowouts that we've seen in recent years threaten its viability. And unfortunately, my colleagues on the right have for many years viewed the NDIS as potentially something which could be scrapped and which could go. So the NDIS has been under considerable political pressure for a long period of time. Those people who work within the scheme, the providers, whether they be allied health professionals or medical professionals, find it to be an endless source of frustration. I can tell you that, Deputy Speaker, having worked within the scheme for many years as a medical professional. The government's recent changes to the scheme, which were made far too quickly and without due consideration, have caused those medical professionals and allied health professionals undue stress and tension at a time where there's already great uncertainty and anxiety around the future of the NDIS. The Australian Physiotherapy Association, which I'm very proud to have centred in my own electorate of Kooyong, has expressed extreme distress at the speed and extent of the changes that the government has made to funding around the scheme. Occupational therapists, speech pathologists, play therapists all have experienced expressed the same concerns. The reality is that these changes have been pushed through far too quickly. They've caused great distress to the therapists who provide their services, and they've exacerbated the ongoing stress to recipients of the scheme, which are resulting from the sound and fury emanating from the Health and Disability Minister at this point in time. Given the uncertainty about the future of foundational supports and how they can possibly be rolled out in an adequate time frame to the extent that they are required in this country, the speed of these changes to service delivery and supports are just exacerbating a situation of really unacceptable uncertainty and anxiety for those people who rely on the NDIS and those people who work within it. What we need the government to do is to give all of those recipients of the NDIS and those people who are not currently supported by it, but who would benefit from the foundational supports that the Minister has suggested, which are a good idea, but for which the current mechanisms are, to be frank, non-existent. What we need is a time frame and certainty around how we can best support all Australians. We need to give those people who are already struggling with the difficulties, the sadnesses and the loss associated with having a disability or having a family member with a disability, the certainty that the government is here for them, that it will always ensure that the services that they need will be provided and will be funded adequately. The government's recent legislation around NDIS service delivery has not done that. It has exacerbated the uncertainties that consumers, constituents, individuals living with a disability and the people who care for them are experiencing, and to that end it has been actively unhelpful, and it is something that the government should rethink and remediate as a matter of urgency.